have a great pesto chicken panini that you're gonna love. Starts with store-bought little chicken tenders here and some pesto. This is a fantastic flavor resource in your grocery store. You don't even have to make your own pesto. And you're just gonna need a little bit of this. You're gonna marinate your little chicken strips. These are boneless, skinless, by the way. Just 15 minutes and they are done. Now I'm using 1/4 cup of the pesto. This has got garlic, basil, olive oil, pine nuts, just delicious. Also, of course, there's Parmesan cheese in it. I'm gonna get my cutlets into the bag and marinating in all of this wonderful flavor. Seal up your bag. Don't even put it back in the refrigerator. Coming to room temperature is absolutely fine before you start cooking these up. But give your chicken a little massage and make sure they are completely coated with the pesto. For my pesto chicken, my griddle is nice and hot. I've already pre-greased this. And these, my little chicken fillets, remember they were boneless, skinless, and they are marinating in about 1/4 cup of store-bought pesto. Of course, it's pine nuts, basil, Parmesan cheese, olive oil. You don't have to make it, but you get to take all the credit for it. Just getting my beautiful chicken tenders off of my grill. Remember, I marinated those in a little bit of store-bought pesto, great flavor. And this is gonna be for my pesto chicken panini. I'm gonna serve at my girls' book party luncheon. Turn that up just a little bit. Now, a special mayonnaise on my ciabatta bread. I'm just gonna use about 1/2 cup of mayonnaise and 1/4 cup of that pesto. I'm gonna use what was left over from before. Just gonna stir this together. You know, pesto chicken paninis are super simple to make if you know how to do it and you know how to build it. All the cheese can melt in no time. I cannot wait to show you a quick trick for that. I turned up my burner there because when you put your paninis down, you really want them just to kind of sear very quickly on the outside of the bread, get those beautiful grill marks and that cheese to melt and everything to kind of heat up together. My chicken is nice and hot, so it'll take no time at all. I'm just gonna cut my ciabatta bread in half the long way. And then I'm going to split the mayonnaise between the two sides. Ciabatta bread is just a nice, kind of wonderful, chewy bread. It's gonna be fantastic with this chicken. And everyone I meet loves it, so I think it's the perfect choice. Now I'm gonna start to build these. I need a couple things. First, I wanna lay down my cheese. This is just mozzarella cheese. And I like buying these long strips of sliced cheese. This is the same kind of cheese that you would buy if you were making homemade lasagna. 4 slices will make this nice and cheesy. I'm putting the cheese down first because I want this on both sides closest to the griddle so it melts nice and fast. Now I need 2 things from the fridge. I'm gonna get a bit of arugula and also some nice fresh basil. This is fantastic on sandwiches. If you don't want the ordinary lettuce, get yourself some basil. And of course the arugula gives a fantastic flavor. This is very lemony and peppery. A bit of that goes on the top of this. Now for some tomato, a nice ripe tomato. I need about 6 thin slices to cover my panini. Great. Just lay those right on top. Super. Now I'm gonna add just a little bit of basil. I love basil on everything. And now for my chicken that's still hot, so I'm not gonna use my fingers. And I'm gonna lay these lengthwise. Oh, this is some sandwich. This is a meal all in its own. Then the cheesy top goes over, whoop. And this like to eat it right now. It's gonna go right onto the grill. And then I'm gonna put a nice big heavy skillet on top of that to weight it down, just like they do bacon in a restaurant. Now I wanna give my hands a little bit of a wash. Now I need to flip my panini. You've gotta keep an eye on this because the cheese is nice and melted on the bottom. You wanna make sure that cheese melts on the top as well. Woo! Smoking hot. And it's beautiful. A nice, rustic, wholesome, fantastic sandwich that all the girls are going to love. So, let me grab this. I want to cut this into nice, beautiful slices because it's ready to be eaten. Okay. No one will ever know that just happened, right? It's between you and me. Nice crusty bread. Hold down both sides, and that cheese holds everything together perfectly.